mention the name Hornby, and most people in the street are more than likely to know what you're going on about, because the name and the product is so popular. And I bet up and down the country there's thousands of houses that have given over their attics, garages and spare bedrooms to provide the setting for tiny station guards to operate these miniature signals.
Hornby is one of the celebrated names in miniature railways, designed by Frank Hornby of Meccano and Dick Toy Sales. They first came onto the market in 1920 as construction kits. Later, they were sold ready assembled and shot to prominence in those little red boxes.
I've always been fascinated by miniature railways and how this hobby has gripped the old and the young in equal measures and inspired many collectors. Now, I'm not much of a train spotter, but when I see Hornby train sets at weekend fairs and auction rooms all over the country, it does put a smile on my face. So what is it about these diminutive carriages that reduce grown men to sitting cross-legged in their attics?
One train enthusiast who's taken his boyhood passion into adulthood is collector Alan Levy. And where better to set up his tracks than in the back garden of his London house?
This is absolutely marvellous, Alan. I like this whole setup being al fresco, especially at this elevated height. You can really enjoy it. But why didn't you decide to sort of put this in the attic or the shed like most railways do?
It just gives you more freedom, and when you invite people, it's much nicer to take them in the garden rather than up in a
Well, it is
loft.
more fun, let's face it.
Yes,
Yeah. And I love the way you've planted things around, sort of growing in and out of the track. It's great. Any problems with leaves on the line?
Yes, yes, they have to be cleared off, and all the clocks come down so far, and so every year we'll have that problem. We're all hands to the deck, and that's it.
What about the elements? Are you slightly worried about snow and rain?
No. I mean, the system goes back to the turn of the century. Occasionally you might have to wipe over some of the tracks, but basically, whatever the weather is, you can run.
Have you got some of your earliest locomotives and carriages?
Yes, 80, 90 years old, they still run, and I have those, and we can run them at any stage. But obviously, like anything else, like vintage cars, you don't want to overdo it.
So there's a timetable all year round, basically?
I'm not in the timetable, no. It's whatever is out
the mood
there.
change.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So what gauge system is this?
This is gauge O, which is very popular, actually, from the turn of the century up to the Second World War.
Yeah.
Twice the size of the popular modern railway that most kids get.
A lot of collectors would prefer to keep these inside, and especially in boxes, and keep them intact.
I can understand people not wanting to run a 90-year-old locomotive. Where one chip or two chips off it will probably reduce the price by 25%.
In a way, I like your attitude, because you are still a true boy at heart. You want to use these and play with them, and really that's what they were designed for.
Absolutely, totally. When you get things come up at auction, which virtually are in the original boxes, the original paper, the original receipt, it's an absolute miracle they've survived.
We do see a lot on the road when we're filming, and some are in museum condition.
I know, I know.
What drew you to collecting model railways?
I think it was the lack of having them when I was a child.
Yeah.
And I was always interested in steam trains. I first saw the sea on steam train journey, and when I was able to, in my mid-20s, I started collecting one or two.
Yeah.
It might seem like a simple pleasure, but for many, the fascination of model trains and the business of playing with them isn't just a case of getting the toys out. It's a walk down memory lane. During the 1930s, the steam locomotive experienced something of a golden era, romanticised in countless black and white movies. Train platforms were fog-bound, and fashionable young lovers waited to board mysterious carriages. During the Second World War, young evacuees were sent to the country, perhaps travelling by train for the very first time. It set in motion feelings of trepidation and excitement that wouldn't diminish with the passing of time. It's the nostalgia that accompanies these train sets that still delights countless collectors today. What do some of your colleagues and friends think of this passion? Do you worry that they might think you're slightly...
No, I don't worry about what they think.
You've had it all before.
Yes, they think I'm balmy, and very few of them share it. I've met a whole new group of people who are There's the local postman who is interested.
But it's all gravitated towards you. Now you've got this outside,
absolutely.
people can see it in this built-up area.
In central London, this is unique.
Yeah. What does your wife think of your passion?
I think it's like something that's grown around her.
Yeah.
And she's had to give up this little garden that we've had for this. But now I think the fact that she can...
She's embracing it.
She can see a row away from her kitchen window. What a lucky girl she is.
She's in love with the row. She's both process of osmosis.
Very accepting of it.
Yeah. Oh, you're a lucky man, aren't you, really?
Yeah.
What does this particular collection mean to you?
Well, I think this railway means the realisation of the dream of a boy who didn't even have a circle of track to lay down. And now one's master of one's universe.
Universe or otherwise, it's nice to see a collection being used and enjoyed.
Whoa!
It's time to go back to our valuation room at Cow's Yacht Haven, and Kate straight in with a colourful